Hey everybody, it's Simply Anna. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday weekend. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. So last week, and normally these don't get by me, but I was working on a couple other things and I realized that I missed a filing on Nature Boy's case. It happened on Thursday, December 22nd, and I just want to go through it with you very quickly. Now, on Thursday, there was a couple motions that were put in. The very first one, very important, is that he has a new attorney. Yes, Nature Boy has gotten himself a paid attorney, no longer being defended by the Public Defender's Office. So as of Thursday, December 22nd, Nature Boy is being defended by criminal defense attorney Robert L. Booker, who is located out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. Now, I wasn't able to do a whole lot of research on attorney Robert Booker as of yet, but I was able to locate an interview that Attorney Booker did with one of the local news stations about law enforcement using fake cell phone towers to capture criminals and prosecute them. And take a listen.
Their hands on your cell phone, they're not even telling defense attorneys they found you using a fake cell tower.
Well, they're only using this to catch bad guys. Why should I care?
Yeah. Well, not every person who's accused of being a bad guy is a bad guy.
Robert Booker is a defense attorney in Gwinnett County. He had never heard police were using fake cell towers here for years until we told him.
If there were phone calls made, they would normally show up here.
Records from one recently acquitted defendant show calls going through phantom cell towers.
Is your gut feeling that this technology may have been used and you weren't told about it?
Yes, it was. I believe it was.
So, yeah, that was what I was able to locate in the short amount of time that I was researching this, but I'm sure I'll be able to find a little bit more as time goes along. Now, the other thing that Attorney Booker did, he did get off the ground running and he filed a number of motions. And I'm going to just go through the motions that he filed, because I didn't pull all of the motions individually. There are 26 pages, and so depending on the interest, I might pull them later and then come back and explain in more detail how he was using them and what he was basing them on. But in the meantime, I'll just quickly go through what he filed. So he's basically telling us here that he's got a consolidated list of motions and demands for discovery, and he wants to inspect all of the government's evidence, statements, and all scientific reports. And he's also putting them on notice that he is going to be proceeding with one of the statutes that's related to bail. We know he has a bail hearing coming up. Okay, and then moving on, he has a preliminary motion to suppress statements, preliminary motion to suppress evidence, preliminary motion to quash the defendant's arrest, and then lastly, general demurrer. And I'm sure you're probably wondering what that means. And at a high level, it means that the defense attorney believes that the indictment or one of the charges in the indictment does not have evidence to support a key element to find someone guilty of that charge. And then moving on, preliminary motion to sever counts of the indictment and for bifurcated proceedings. That bifurcated proceedings means separate. Preliminary motion to sever the trial of defendants. Not real sure why he put that in, but maybe because it's just a preliminary motion, just in case some other defendants were to be brought forth, that he wanted to put the motion in to sever all of any subsequent defendants. That's just what I'm presuming. And then lastly, preliminary motion to suppress statements by co-defendants pursuant to Bruton versus United States. So again, if the state decided to bring in co-defendants because they decided to charge someone else, then what he's asking for is just to suppress those statements by any co-defendants. And then preliminary motion in limine regarding similar transactions evidence. By the way, in limine means to do it out of the presence of the jury. Preliminary motion to suppress identification evidence. Preliminary motion in limine regarding prejudicial photographs. Motion for Dobbins hearing, and a motion in limine regarding recorded evidence. And then moving on, motion for disclosure hearing and motion in limine regarding electronic surveillance. Motion to invoke the rule prior to voir dire, so that would be the questioning of any potential jurors. And then motion to record all proceedings, and a motion to reserve the right to file additional motions in the future. So that's pretty much it. So he filed a boatload of motions, and so we have the hearing coming up for his bond hearing on January 13th before the Honorable Judge Stacy Heydrich at 10 a.m. So, like I said before, depending on the interest, I might just go ahead and download all 26 pages later and then do another video going into detail on each of the motions. But we'll see how that goes. Until the next one, you guys stay blessed.